Kourtney Kardashian is reminiscing about her college years. On Saturday, May 18, the Kardashian star shared a throwback picture of herself on Instagram, taken during her freshman year of college. College court, she began her lengthy caption, reflecting on her school days. Freshman year in front of my dorm at Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas, 1998. She went on to recall how homesick she felt away from her close-knit family. Isn't it funny how a simple photograph can bring back so many memories? I remember Krishner and Sissabasi coming to visit me, and I was so homesick because it was my first time living away from home, Kardashian continued. We would go to this little market and get salads from the salad bar, a fresh sourdough loaf, raw oatmeal raisin cookie dough, and a bottle of wine, and have it back at our hotel room. My mom and I would cry so hard every time she left me to go back, or when I would leave home to go back to college. Oh, the memes, she concluded her caption. Although Kardashian started her bachelor's in Texas, she later finished her degree at the University of Arizona, graduating with a major in theater arts and a minor in Spanish in 2002. Kourtney's younger sister, Kim Kardashian, has previously reflected on the sibling duo's days of partying at school. In a social media post in 2021, Kim shared her memories of visiting Kourtney in Tucson while she was a student there and serving as her designated driver. University of Arizona single-handedly stopped me from turning into a wild party girl, Kim wrote at the time, sharing a throwback photo of herself and Kourtney. I remember visiting Kourt on campus and being her designated driver. I hated all the wild parties so much that I stayed home and never wanted to drink or party EVR. So thank you, U of A. I was never a student there, but it shaped my life more than you know. Last week, Kourtney gave fans a look at her Mother's Day celebrations when she showed off the massive collection of flowers she received in honor of the holiday earlier this month. In her Instagram post, she highlighted the dozens of bouquets that filled multiple rooms of her house, opening up about how she celebrated the special day. In pajamas all day, croissant picnic with my babies, long family walks, dinner, and a movie under the stars and moon with lots of flowers, the perfect Mother's Day. So thankful, she wrote. The Poosh founder spent Mother's Day with her 4 children, Rocky 13 months, who she shares with husband Travis Barker, and Rain Aston, Miss and Dash, and Penelope Scotland, all of whom she shares with ex-Scott Disick. The Kardashian star shares children with ex-Scott Disick and is now married to Travis Barker. Kourtney Kardashian is dressing like a total rock chick, but it's making fans question if she has her own identity. Kourtney Kardashian has been embracing her rock chick vibes since she met Travis Barker. Even her son was named Rocky. She's been wearing everything from combat boots to leather pants. While many think she developed this sense of style with her husband, some argue she's always been a rocker girl. She's always gravitated towards vegan leather, Metallica t-shirts, and jackets. Since as far back as 2015, way before she developed a romance with Travis, she wore thick black eyeliner and stuck to her Victorian-esque style at Paris Fashion Week Women's Wear Spring/Summer 2016. Kardashian fans have noticed how Kourtney tends to dress similar to the man she's dating or in a relationship with. It comes as viewers want her to embrace her true identity with fashion. One fan wrote, Kourtney seems to dress like every man she's ever with. Whether it's quiet luxury with Scott in NYC, Euro chic with Ewan's in Italy, or the sales section of Hot Topic with Travis. Another pen, there's an interview with Kourtney and Khloe asking each other rapid-fire questions, and Khloe tells Kourtney her style changed with Travis and that it was a phase she'd eventually snap out of. Kourtney's wedding to Travis was sponsored by Dolce & Gabbana, but she's always had a different fashion sense to her siblings. Kim Kardashian, however, has always been interested in fashion. When Kim worked with D&G, she feuded with Kourtney over it because she felt as though her sister was using her wedding as a business meeting, but Kim felt she didn't need Kourt's permission. A fan discussing Kourtney's identity wrote, there is more to an identity than clothing. She enjoys spending time with her family and not working. That has been the same theme since she was with Scott. Another pen, agree. I just don't think she has a set fashion style. She isn't passionate about clothes despite the sisters having their boutique back in the day. On last week's episode of The Kardashians, Kourtney's son Rain was seen begging Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker to stop making out, voicing his discomfort in no uncertain terms. Rain's recent frustration over Kourt and Travis' public displays of affection occurred during a boat ride, and he objected. Stop making out with Travis, bro. Like, didn't you just have a baby? Don't another one this quick. Rain's initial complaint wasn't the end of it, though, as Kourtney addressed it during a confessional segment, asserting that displays of affection around children were healthy. I think it is a beautiful thing to see parents, especially ones that just had a new baby, be affectionate and loving. There's nothing wrong with that. Unsurprisingly, the scene generated a ton of headlines and debate among Kardashian's fans after the episode aired, and in this week's episode, Rain again expressed his dissatisfaction over the same thing. The most recent episode of The Kardashians was eventful and included baby Rocky's first Blink-182 concert in Australia. In addition to that rock baby milestone, Kourtney and Travis took the kids to a zoo during the episode, a scene captured in E's video recap. Around 4 minutes into the clip, E's recappers began to talk about the zoo scene, addressing Rain's obvious unease. As the scene began to roll, one mused, "Now, normally when I go to the zoo, I would imagine seeing the animals getting it on, not my parents." After that, a Chiron appeared on the screen reading Kourt and Travis. Animal magnetism, and it cut to Travis preparing to leave the zoo and head over to work. He approached Kourtney, and a brief exchange preceded their public display of affection. Travis then kissed Kourtney repeatedly as Rain stood nearby, uncomfortably shifting his weight from one foot to the other and looking at everything but his mom and stepdad. On the E recap, the same host posited that Travis and Kourt might play up their affectionate gestures for the cameras, but that doesn't make Rain any less bothered by it. And like last week, he had the same response, telling the couple to stop making out. Rain's remarks didn't kill the mood for Travis or Kourtney, and Travis actually continued groping her as Rain waited. "Stop making out," Rain pleaded, tugging on his mom's arm while she was still wrapped around her husband. Unfazed, Travis tapped on Kourtney's bum before telling her, "I love you." He then turned to head out, adding, "Bye, Raimi." "Now let's go," Rain demanded, pulling Kourtney away further into the zoo. As was the case with the episode that aired before it, Kardashians fans were about as uncomfortable during the scenes as Rain. And again, pretty much everyone was appalled, commenting, "They are so disrespectful of the kids, it's soof asterisk up. 1,000,000% when your child asks you to stop making out, you should respect them. You can show affection without each other in public. It's so weird to even make out in front of kids, lol. I am my son's dad, and a kiss and hugs are enough. I can't imagine fully making out in front of my son, is that just me?" It merits mentioning that while Rain objected to Kourtney and Travis making out in 2 successive episodes, it's possible that the instances of PDA occurred on or around the same day, and that the structure of the episodes is making his discomfort appear more pronounced than it actually is.